Welcome to Tech Tuesday on the Final Boss podcast, where innovation meets attitude, and the future gets decoded one bite at a time. I'm your host, Turbotheceo, and your co-host, Mike Foth. And today we're diving deep into the tech trenches to uncover the tools, trends, and truths shaping tomorrow. Whether you're a code slinger, gadget geek, or just tech curious, this is your weekly power-up. So grab your controller, plug in, and let's level up.
Welcome to the Final Boss Podcast, Tech Tuesday, episode number 119. Listen, as always, I got a great show for you tonight. Y'all hear the train? Y'all hear it? You hear it? Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. We getting ready to get back up on that fired up train. Let me tell you, we're getting ready to get back on the fired up train. So, real quick, before we get started, so as you can see, I am by myself tonight. The Sensei, Big Mike, is away on business, and he could not make it tonight. And shout out to him. Shout out to the Sensei. You know, he does great and wondrous things when it comes to Tech Tuesday, man. He's definitely a pillar for Tuesday night episodes. When it comes to anything dealing with tech, from AI to new software to applications that are going out to all types of new different technologies from household use to defense. So he's the SME for that. And tonight he won't be able to be here. So I'm holding down the fort for tonight. But I'm also not going to talk about tech. Tonight, what I will be doing, as I mentioned last night, is a great possibility that I will continue last night's show until tonight. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So last night we were discussing the art of keep going, and that's what we're going to do tonight. Last night was part 1. Tonight is part 2 of the art of keep going, and we're going to get right into it in just a few minutes. I got a few admin notes that I need to put out, and on top of that, the greeting of the day. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to everyone out there, smarts, final bosses, warriors, and motivators. No matter where you are in this world, no matter what platform you are watching, thank you for being here. And we really appreciate all of the support that you guys have given us and joining us on this journey. We're all part of a community. We're all part of the Final Boss community. And I know you're either a smart, you're either a motivator, you're either a warrior, or you're either a Final Boss. And last night I went into detail about those different roles last night. And we're going to continue those details and what roles we were on. If my memory serves me correctly, we were at Perseverance Plaza at the souvenir shop, getting on and off the fired up train as we're going through different destinations. And those destinations, or each stop, were stops for the 6 pillars of success. And our last stop was Perseverance Plaza. And at Perseverance Plaza, we decided to go into some souvenir shops. Just follow me. Use your imagination. But before we get into all of that, man, thank you again for being here. Look, if you don't have our email is at info@thefinalbosspodcast.com. That's info@thefinalbosspodcast.com. DM us no matter where you see us at, whether it's on Twitch, whether it's on Kick, if it's on Spotify, it's on YouTube, it's on LinkedIn, it's on Instagram, it's on Facebook, and soon to come pod page. I think I got everything. And Apple and SoundCloud and just everywhere. We're going to be everywhere, and I don't even know how I'm going to load all the previous episodes onto all these new platforms. I don't know how I'm going to be able to do that. That's going to be crazy work. And it's time for me to get an intern because I need some help for real. Like for real. And you know what? With that being said, you let that marinate in your spine. And with that being said, here's our brass tacks for tonight. Last night's brass tacks came from Nelson Mandela. Tonight's brass tacks is coming from tonight's brass tacks is coming from Winston Churchill. Hey, look, the Honorable Winston Churchill. I'm gonna read this brass tacks to you, and I might repeat this throughout the night. This is crazy. I'm gonna throw a flag on the play to myself because and to Winston Churchill, man, so rest in peace. Flag on the play because this quote right here is incredible and wild at the same time. And here it is, brass tacks of the evening, and it coincides with our journey that we're talking about, the art of keep going. So go figure. Winston Churchill. If you're going through hell, keep going. Keep going. If you're going through hell, keep going, man. Don't stop. Just keep going. Oh, man. Man, that's crazy to me. Like just painting that mental picture is just really wild. I have too much fun on here, man. I have way too much fun. But a lot of people don't know that I'm a very serious individual, right? I'm a very serious individual and I'm very regimental. I'm strict. I have a platter. I don't have a plate. I have a platter. I have a platter that is full, and the regiment that I have starts at 5 a.m. daily. It doesn't matter if I got sleep the night before. 5 a.m. I start my day. And there's a lot of things that are currently trending right now, whether it's in the news, whether it's on social media, and these trending topics. People like to hop on these trending topics because they know that the algorithm is going to recognize those trending topics, and they're not doing it out of passion. They're not doing it because they actually have a concern. They're doing it because it's getting them paid. The algorithm recognizes it and pushes it forward because so many people are talking about it. So, you will see a lot of times where people are copying, mimicking, whatever you want to call it, others who are top tier social and who have a top tier social media platform, and what they're doing is just copying those guys, so that their posts could be a part of that segment of the algorithm to keep it pushing. And I would never do that. I would never do that. I'm not about following trends. I'm not about following whatever the algorithm is designating to be popular. I have a soul message to give. I have a soul message to give. I have a sole purpose to give. Whether I help one person, two people, or no people, I'm putting the message out there. I'm getting the information that I need to give to you to help you better yourself, along with me bettering myself, because I'm a part of this journey too. We're all part of a community that has decided that, what I've been doing my entire life hasn't gone right for me. It's time for change. And through that change, and if possible, I am able to assist in that, then man, more the merrier. And we are here. And I am here. So that was my admin notes for tonight. And I got the brass tacks out. And we can go ahead and get right into it. We can go ahead and get right into it. So last night we left off at Perseverance Plaza. And we were at a souvenir shop, right? We was at the souvenir shop of Perseverance Plaza. And we decided that, you know what? We're going to pick up some things. And we were discussing what some of those things were and discussing who was picking up what. The Smarts picked up something different than the Warriors. The Warriors picked up something different from the final bosses. And the Motivators picked up something different from the final bosses. It was across the board. Man, what? I'm sweating already, man. Gee whiz. Dang, the AC was on 72. This is crazy. Okay. So I vaguely remember speaking about one more, doing one more than the requirement, doing one more than you can, whether it's push-ups or you're studying something and you stop at a chapter, go read one more chapter, right? You can always do one more. I vaguely remember when you can't go 10 more days, go one more day. When you can't make 10 more, just anything, decide to make it one more. One more always becomes more than one, right? And this message right here, this is to my smarts. When complex problems, where's my thing at? Hold on. Nope. Yeah, right there. Okay. When complex problems seem impossible, you break them into micro components. Your intelligence isn't measured by avoiding difficult problems, it's measured by solving them. To my final bosses, when leadership gets overwhelming, focus on one difficult conversation, one hard decision, one brave action. Leaders aren't made in comfort zones. To my motivators, when you're struggling to inspire others, share your real struggle. Authenticity and difficulty creates deeper connection than fake perfection. To my warriors, when the battle seems too big, focus on winning the next minute. Warriors don't need to win the war today. They need to win the moment. They need to win the moment. And you hear that? That's the fired up train going through a storm, right? It's going through a storm. And it plows through the storm. It's like every struggle makes the engine stronger. Every challenge makes the track more familiar. The storm isn't going to stop us. It's training us for bigger storms ahead. And right now, someone that's listening to this is thinking about quitting something. And they're thinking about quitting something important. But I'm here to tell you, whether it's a business, a relationship, a dream, or goal, keep going. Full stop. Stop. Keep going. There's a voice in your head telling you to stop right now. That voice in your head is telling you to quit. That's not wisdom. That's not protection. That's not reality. That's just your brain being scared. That's your brain being scared. And here's the thing. The difference between people who make it and people who don't isn't talent. It's not opportunity and it's not luck. It's the willingness to keep going when every cell in your body is screaming, stop. Keep going. But perseverance without direction is just suffering. Perseverance without strategy is just stubborn. That's why we need the next pillar. That's why we need the next pillar. And we're going into pillar number 5. We're going into pillar number 5. The storm is about to clear. Look out the window. We're all on the fired up train, catching everybody up. We're all up on the fired up train, and it's storming outside. We just pushed through a major storm. Look out that window, right? You look out the window. You see the stormers passing. We're on our way to our next stop. And the next stop is Persistence Point. Persistence Point is the next stop. And we're out of the storm. We just conquered that storm. And just like we conquered that storm, you can conquer your challenges. You can conquer what your mind is telling you. You can decide right now to keep going and to not stop or ever quit. That's your mission. And while we're on the fired up train headed to the next destination, Persistence Point. Persistence Point is the consistency. It uses consistency as a superpower, right? It uses consistency as a superpower. And look, Final Boss Nation, to my motivators, to my final bosses, to my smarts, to my warriors. We made it through. We made it through the storm, right? And we just arrived to Persistence Point, the 5th pillar of success. And the sun is shining. Look at that. Look at that, man. Beautiful day outside. It's a beautiful day outside. It's the weather is a decent. 82 degrees right now, right? The sun is shining, and I am your conductor. And I'm on the horn. Welcome to Persistence Point, the fifth pillar of success. Here, you will find that my final bosses separate themselves from the pack through relentless forward motion. This is where smarts turn knowledge into results. This is where motivators create movement that never stops. This is where warriors understand that victory belongs to those who refuse to quit. Now, listen, we've learned about perseverance in the storm. But persistence is what happens after the storm. Persistence is what turns one victory into legendary status. And let me explain the difference, right? Let me explain the difference to you guys. Perseverance is surviving the crisis. Perseverance is surviving the challenge. Perseverance is surviving the storm, the turmoil, the chaos. That's perseverance. Persistence is thriving after the crisis. Thriving after the crisis. Perseverance is getting through the difficult day. Persistence is showing up again the next day. Perseverance is fighting the battle. Persistence is winning the war. Here's a little background information. Stanford University did a 20-year study on achievement and discovered that the number one predictor of success wasn't intelligence, it wasn't talent, wasn't even hard work. It was grit. True, unfathomable grit. Grit. The combination of passion and persistence. People who scored high on persistence achieved 300% better career outcomes, 250% higher income levels, 400% better relationship satisfaction, 500% better health and longevity. Right? But here's the secret that most people miss about persistence. It's not about intensity. It's about inevitability. I don't know why I couldn't get that out. I couldn't get it out. It didn't want to come out. Show up plus trying again plus learning plus repeat equals inevitable success. I'm going to say again. Showing up plus trying again plus learning plus repeating equals inevitable success. And I can right now use this platform as a testament. I can go back to episode number 1 and compare it to where I'm at now, episode number 118, on our way to episode number 200, and tell you they're miles apart. Miles apart. I went from an infant to an adult in a span, as regards to this platform, 117 episodes. Infant at number 1, adult at number 118. Now, as an adult, we still face challenges. We're still growing. I'm not a senior in this yet, but we're on our way to episode number 200. My smarts. I want you guys to design your environment so persistence is easier than quitting. Oh, you're asking how do we do that? Oh, let me help you out. Right? You can start with putting your workout clothes next to your bed. You can start by putting your books where you normally put your phone. You can start by deciding to eat healthy food and keep those healthier choices at eye level, whether it's in your cabinet or in your refrigerator. Put your goals where you see them daily, eye level. Make persistence the path of least resistance, right? I remember watching Jerry Seinfeld when it was Jerry Seinfeld was one of my favorite shows. I love their style of humor. Jerry Seinfeld became one of the greatest comedians by doing one thing consistently. He wrote one joke every day. He marked the X on the calendar every day. He wrote it. His only job was not to break the chain. Persistence. To my motivators, what's your daily task? All right? What's your daily task? You can write one inspirational message daily. You can encourage one person daily. You can develop one skill that you have daily. Improve on that one skill. Right? And that's the thing. Micro progressions. Micro progressions. Our daily task is replying to emails and posts. Hey, man, I see you motivated, bro. Thanks for joining us, man. I appreciate you. Hey, look, that's exactly what I'm talking about right there. Shout out to Hey, look, if you need motivation, there's a guy right now on the Instagram thread that I see. His name is Motivated Money. That's motive with 8 TED money. Go follow him. You need some inspiration, you need some motivation, go follow him. He posts all types of motivation, quotes, memes, you name it. He's that guy. You want to have genius level persistence, but you have to remember that you're human. You're going to make a mistake and you're going to miss a day, but never miss 2 days in a row. You might miss Monday. You might miss Monday's workout, but never miss Tuesdays. You might miss something that you were reading on Friday, but never miss reading whatever you was reading on Saturday. Right? Never miss 2 days in a row. No matter what you're doing, stay persistent. Miss today, don't miss tomorrow. To my final bosses, your leadership multiplied by persistence equals empire building. Empires aren't built through perfect days. They are built through persistent days. Bad leadership days followed by persistent leadership days creates legendary leaders. Look at our leaders right now. They may not have all of the answers. They may not be, or you know what? Let me say this. They may not be right all of the time, but they're persistent. That doesn't change the fact that they're still a leader and they're leading every single day. No matter how many days they get it wrong, they're still leading. Final bosses, I need you to understand that concept. To my smarts, your intelligence multiplied by persistent application equals genius. Smart people who quit stay smart. Smart people who persist become legendary. Do you want to just be smart or do you want to become legendary? And to my motivators, your inspiration multiplied by persistent sharing equals movement. Get out there and share this information, man. Get out there and share the information. I say again, your inspiration multiplied by persistent sharing equals movement. And that's what we're building. We're building a movement here. We're building the Final Boss Nation. We're either all final bosses, smarts, motivators, or warriors. That's it. One motivated day doesn't change lives. Persistent motivated days change generations. And I can say this because I would continue to do this nonstop. I don't care if I'm at 1,000,000 episodes. Persistence. Because I am motivated to get this information out. And it's not about me. This is so much bigger than me, man. The Fighter Boss Nation is so much bigger than what we're doing. This community that we're building is bigger than all of us. It's our why. Generations, my daughter's generation, my daughter's 17. But hear me out. When she has kids, her kids have kids, their kids have kids. This is legendary foundation building. This information will be readily available in somebody's archive. This is how. Oh, bro. Let me. I got you. I got you. If I'm able to get the information out early, I will definitely come back and I'll send you an invite. So don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Stay in tune. Don't go nowhere. Motivated days change generations. Motivated days change generations. Motivated days change generations. To my warriors, your strength multiplied by persistent training equals unstoppable force. Champions aren't made in the gym. They're made through persistent returns to the gym, right? So many people falter by, you know what, they have these New Year ideas, and I'm like, you know what's New Year? I'm gonna go to the gym, and 2 weeks they're done. They've started a membership, and gyms know this. They have the data. They know the metrics. They know that 90% of the people who start new memberships January 1st won't be there January 15th. But you have a whole membership that you continuously pay, right? And you may go back in a month or two here and there, but it's not persistent. And you're wondering why you're not getting any gains. You have to be persistent. You have to be stubborn in your persistence, right? And that's it, man. That's it. You hear that? Whew. The fired up train is moving. And we have one direction that we're moving in, and that's forward motion. It doesn't matter if the track is uphill, downhill, curved, or straight. It doesn't matter if there are storms, sunshine, day, or night. The fired up train has one job: keep moving. Keep moving. That's persistence. That's your job. Keep moving. And here's I love to add science and mathematics to the program, right? And here's a little math. The average person tries 3 times before quitting. 97% failure rate. Persistent person tries 10 times before quitting. 97% failure rate. Right? A persistent person tries 10 times before quitting. 75% failure rate. Extremely persistent person tries 20 times. It equals a 90% success rate. Most people quit 3 steps away from their breakthrough. Most people. And right now, I want you to think about something. You've been almost ready to quit. You've had that business idea. You had a fitness goal. You were trying to repair a relationship. You were trying to develop a new skill. You were working on a creative project and you gave up and you quit. How do you know you will ever be successful if you quit? How will you know? If you're 3 steps away from success, what if quitting cost you everything? Right? What if quitting cost you everything? You want to know the difference between successful people and everyone else? Successful people are just regular people who refused to stop. They're not smarter, they're more persistent. They're not more talented, they're more consistent. They're not luckier, they're more resilient. But what happens when persistence meets massive setbacks? What happens when everything falls apart? What happens when life delivers its biggest punch and life is super lifing? What happens? Well, I'm going to tell you what happens. In that, you need to somewhere have decided that you understood and you have found your why. If you have your why and it's set into this program of the 6 pillars of success, there's no stopping you. Your why is the thing that keeps you going. When life circumstances and situations are holding you back and pulling you down, your why keeps you going. Your why keeps you going. And as we're about to approach our final pillar, This is the 6th pillar of success. Next stop, Resilience Ridge. Next stop, Resilience Ridge. The peak of the fired up train and the peak of this journey that we're on. We've made it past 5 stops. We're headed to the 6th. This is where you have an understanding that the persistence that we came from is the compound interest of success. Boring in the moment, explosive over time, and fired up train only has one direction: forward. Forward. All aboard the fired up train as we head to Resilience Ridge. Woo! Final Boss Nation, we're climbing to the peak. We're reaching Resilience Ridge, the 6th and final pillar of success. This is where legends are made. This is where smarts become anti-frugal. This is where final bosses turn setbacks into comebacks. This is where motivators transform pain into power. This is where warriors become unbreakable. Unbreakable. And this is where we reach the highest point. It's only up from here. And maybe I'll break in the 6 building blocks of reward, but not tonight. We're at our highest point. It's only up from here. And you can look out the window and see everything below the ridge. All the storms we have conquered, all the challenges we have demolished, all the growth we have achieved. But most importantly, we can see the future we're creating because the future is now. Resilience isn't just the final pillar. It's the meta skill that powers all the other pillars. Without resilience, sacrifice becomes suffering. Without resilience, motivation becomes manipulation. Without resilience, consistency becomes rigid. Without resilience, perseverance becomes stubborn. Without resilience, persistence becomes pointless. But I say with resilience, everything changes, right? Thank you, man. I appreciate you. I'm going to hit you. I'm gonna have enough time to hit you. So, let me see. Boo, 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 boo. Let's see. I'm going to send you an invite, right? Let me send you an invite. Copy. All right, that's copy. All right. Let's see if I can send my guy a message. Yeah, I can read it out loud. I'm trying to send you. You know what? Let me see something. Nope. I'm trying to send you an invite, but I've never sent one before from from Instagram. So if y'all don't know, I'm using StreamYard. StreamYard is our host, and I'm able to see all the other platforms simultaneously through StreamYard. So I'm sending you this link. I'm gonna leave it up there for a little bit. You use it, and then you're able to join me in the conversation, and you could join the conversation, and you'll be part of tonight's show. And you say you have some words of motivation. All right, I'm here for it. Where was I? Oh, resilience. Give me a second. I had to send him that message. I hope everybody is enjoying this train ride, being on the fired up train. And look, we're at our last destination. We're at our last destination. As I was saying, but with resilience, everything changes. With resilience, sacrifice becomes investment. With resilience, motivation becomes unstoppable. With resilience, consistency becomes legendary. With resilience, perseverance becomes heroic. With resilience, persistence becomes inevitable. And I'm about to blow your mind with this science, right? You know, I love math and science, man. And here it is. Here's the science of resilience. Researchers at the University of Pennsylvania discovered something called post-traumatic growth. Post-traumatic growth. They found that people who develop resilience don't just bounce back from adversity, they bounce forward. They become stronger than they were before the challenge. And that's growth. That's growth, people. The same stress that breaks weak people forges strong people. The same pressure that creates anxiety in some creates diamonds in others. And we all love diamonds. We all love them. Who don't love a diamond? Everybody loves diamonds, right? Everybody loves diamonds. The same challenges that defeat average people create champions and resilient people. And let me give you something, right? Let me give you the system of building unbreakable resilience. We're going to call this the RISE method. The acronym is RISE. Write that down. RISE method. R, R is in Robert. R is in recognize. Recognize the challenge without emotion. Don't deny it. Don't minimize it. Don't catastrophize it. Don't do that. To my smarts, analyze the situation objectively. What exactly is the challenge? What are the facts without the fear? I as in igloo, I as in identify. Identify one micro action you can take. Identify one micro action you can take. To my warriors, they know this. You don't need to solve everything in today. You need to take one action that moves you forward. What's the smallest step you can take right now to keep the forward progression going? It could be micro progression, but as long as you're moving forward, you're moving in the right direction. S is in Sam, S is in stack. Stack that action with existing habits. And my final bosses know this better than anyone. Understand systems. Understand systems. Don't add more complexity to the crisis. Connect your recovery action to something you already are doing consistently. I'm going to repeat that one. I think. Don't add more complexity to crisis. Connect your recovery action to something you're already doing consistently. You do consistently things all the time. Marry things up with the things that you're already doing consistently. That makes it a whole lot easier. E as in effort, E as in echo, E as in elevate. Elevate and evolve your approach. And my motivators are masters at this. Share what you're learning. Don't gatekeep. Share what you're learning. Share what worked. Share what didn't work. Because if it didn't work for you, it may work for somebody else. Or somebody else may be able to figure out the problem that you're working on and be able to come back and assist you in it. And now, instead of they just having the information, now you have the information. And that's 1 + 1 is 2. You see that? Compounding the interest. And these two go tell 2 more people. Then you go from 2 to 4, 4 to 8, 8 to 16, 16 to 32, 32 to 64, 64 to 128, 128 to 326. I think that's right. 356. I'm sorry. And so forth and so on. Yeah. That's how it works. Think about what you can improve. Resilience isn't about perfect responses. It's about evolving those responses. You're not living in trauma anymore. You're not speaking in negative words. Words like, this is a problem. No, it's not a problem. It's a lesson. It wasn't wrong. It's a lesson. You didn't make a mistake. It was a lesson that you learned from. Right? And to my smarts. Oh man, to my smarts. I love my smarts community. I love my smarts. I love all the communities, but my smarts have been here since day one. My smarts. Your intelligence becomes anti-fragile when you use setbacks as data, as metrics. Every failure teaches you something that success never could. You're not just smart, you adaptively are intelligent. Right? Use those metrics. And to my final bosses, right? To my final bosses. Your leadership becomes legendary when you model resilience for others. Your team doesn't need a perfect leader, they need a resilient leader who shows them how to come back stronger. How to come back stronger. Motivators. Your influence becomes unstoppable when you share your resilience journey. People don't connect with your perfection, they connect with your persistence through imperfection, right? This is how I've built this community. This is what I've shown you from episode 1, when I was an infant, to episode 118, where now I am an adult. You saw the set that I built from episode 1, and now you're seeing the set of what I have for 118. There's more to come. And here we are. To my warriors, your strength becomes unbreakable when you use adversity as training. Every challenge is making you stronger for the bigger battles ahead. And here's a little bit more science, right? Here's a little bit more science. Harvard Medical School studied resilient people for 30 years and found they have three key traits. Three key traits. Number 1, cognitive flexibility. They see challenges as temporary, specific, and external. Number 2, emotional regulation. They feel the pain, but don't let pain make their decisions. Right? That sounds like bars to me. What did it sound like to you? That was definitely bars. Meaning making. They find purpose in their pain and mission in their mess. And right now, you're thinking about some of the biggest challenges you've ever faced. You're facing some of the biggest challenges you ever faced. That business might have failed. Your relationship is no longer. You might have a health crisis. You might be in financial peril. You've probably just had a career setback. But let me ask you this. What if this isn't happening to you? What if it's happening for you? You see how you have to start thinking? What if this isn't your ending? What if it's your beginning? What if this isn't your defeat? What if this is your training for victory? Right? Everything's a lesson. Everything can be flipped into a positive. Everything can be flipped to a positive. And you know what? Man, listen, the fired up train has reached the summit. We are here. And from up here, every valley looks like preparation. Every mountain looks like training. Every storm looks like strength building. The view from Resilience Ridge shows you the truth. You're not a victim of circumstances. You're a victor through your circumstances. You're a victor through your circumstances, man. You're not a victim. You're not a victim of your circumstances. You're a victor of it. You want to know the secret of truly resilient people? They don't try to avoid the pain. They try to extract value from it. They extract value from the pain. They ask different questions. They don't ask, why me? Instead, they ask, what now? They don't ask, how long will this last? They ask, how strong will this make me? They don't ask, when will this end? Instead, they ask, what will I become through this? Right? Smarts, final bosses, motivators, warriors. When you get knocked down, you don't just get back up. You get back up stronger. You hear me? When smarts get knocked down, they analyze and advance. When final bosses get knocked down, they strategize and surge. When motivators get knocked down, they inspire and ignite. When warriors get knocked down, they rise and dominate. We've been through the 6 stops. We've conquered every station. All 6 pillars: sacrifice, motivation, consistency, perseverance, persistence, and resilience. The fired up train is ready for the final destination. Oh, you thought the last stop, Resilience Ridge, was the last stop. That's not the last stop. Oh man, I have a guest who's coming onto the show to give us some motivation. Welcome everyone to Phoenix. Let's give him a hand. Woo! Welcome, sir. Welcome to the final boss, my friend. Welcome to the community.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you, man. You sound a little cloudy, but we can hear you.
Cloudy? Okay. Well, I have written down, I had 2 motivational speeches, but I accidentally deleted the first one, so I'm going to have to go with the second one.
All right.
Every great journey begins with a single step, and today is your chance to take it. The obstacles in front of you aren't there to stop you. They're there to prove how badly you want what's on the other side. Remember, strength is not built in comfort, but in pushing forward when it feels hardest. You already have everything within you to rise, to grow, and to succeed. So stand tall, believe in yourself, and move forward with unstoppable determination.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Thank you for that. I appreciate you.
No
You have more?
I do. It's just going to take a second to load it up, that's all.
Okay. All right. Well, do you want to stay on and as I continue to finish, or you just wanted to drop those down for us?
That's fine.
Okay. All right. Welcome, Phoenix, to the show, everyone. Again, let's get the community going. This is what we're talking about, people. This is what we're talking about. Strength. Iron sharpens iron. Strength. Coal forged under pressure becomes diamonds. Strength. This is what we're talking about. Building a community. To my smarts, to my final bosses, to my motivators, to my warriors. This is what we're doing. And guess what, man? We're not done yet. We're not done yet. The journey continues, right? The journey continues. Through the pillars was just preparation. Now we have to ride the fired up train into the future. It's go time. It is go time. It's go time, baby. It's go time. Go time to the place where everything we've learned becomes everything we've achieved. And our next stop is Destiny Station. Next stop is Destiny Station, where the future isn't coming, it's here. Where go time becomes your lifestyle and where the fired up train reaches maximum velocity. Resilience isn't bouncing back, it's bouncing forward, stronger than before. You're not just surviving your challenges, you're thriving through them. The 6 pillars conquered. Now we are riding into destiny. It's go time. The fired up train is moving. I'm excited. We're on our way. We're going down the mountain right now. We're going down the mountain. We're going down super speed, looking out the window. You see the cows and grazing over here. You see the lamb, the sheep. You see the trees, man. It's a beautiful sunset. The sun is bright. It's about 82 degrees outside, and we are moving. We are moving. Final Boss Nation, the fired up train has reached maximum velocity, and we've conquered all 6 pillars, right? We're riding the future express, and the destination is now. Go time isn't just something that I believe in. It's something that I live. It's a lifestyle. It's a decision. It's a declaration that the future stops waiting and starts happening, right? You got all pillars activated. Sacrifice, check. Motivation, check. Consistency, check. Perseverance, check. Persistence, check. Resilience, check. The fired up train is now unstoppable. It's unbreakable, and we are moving in an unlimited space, right? What you got? You look like you had something to say, man.
I'm ready for my second one.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Your future isn't waiting for the perfect moment. It's waiting for you to act now. Every setback you faced wasn't meant to break you. It was meant to build the strength you need for what's ahead. Success isn't about talent or luck. It's about showing up every single day with persistence when others quit. The path may be hard, but the reward is freedom, pride, and proof that you're unstoppable. So stand tall, push forward, and remind yourself you've got everything it takes to win.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I could not have said it any better. Thank you, Phoenix, for that, man. And listen, guys, listen. I hope you're taking great notes tonight. And I want you to listen to me very carefully. Final Boss Nation, listen. Thank you again, man. Most people live in 3 time zones. 3 time zones. And we're not talking about the normal time zones. We're talking about the time zones where your mind recognizes and it resonates. Yesterday, right now, right? Yesterday and right now, and someday. Yesterday is regretting, replaying, reliving the past. Someday, dreaming, wishing, hoping for the future. And right now is where you're taking action, making decisions, and creating a new reality. Champions live in one time zone, and that time zone is right now. The go time mindset isn't about perfect timing. It's about making timing perfect through action, right? To my smarts, your intelligence is worthless unless you apply it today. To my final bosses, your vision is meaningless unless you execute it now. Motivators, your inspiration is empty unless you act on it immediately. And to my warriors, your training is incomplete unless you battle it today. If you battle it tomorrow, you may lose that battle. Hey, look, Phoenix, man, find us. I know you got some more, man. Get us another one, bro, before we close out. I'm gonna continue. You look for another one, and we're gonna keep it moving until we get to the end. You want to start that business? Okay, man. You want to start that business? It's go time. Register the domain today. You want to improve your health? It's go time. Take a 10-minute walk right now. You want to repair that relationship? It's go time. Send a text right now to the person you're in a relationship with. And if you have to say you're sorry, and if you have to say you apologize, then it's okay. Go save your relationship. You want to learn a new skill? It's go time. Watch a tutorial after this message on YouTube University, and you will find what you're looking for and learn a new skill. The science behind it. MIT did a study on decision making and discovered that people who take action within 5 minutes of making a decision are 300% more likely to follow through than people who wait. Your brain has a 5-minute window. Your motivation is maximum. After 5 minutes, your logical brain starts creating excuses. That's where the comfort comes in, right? There's no perfect time to start. There's no perfect time to launch. There's no perfect time to change. There's no perfect time to begin. The perfect time is right now, because now is the only time that actually exists, and you're living in the now. And right now, the future is now, right? And here's a little framework for you. 5-minute rule. What you do in the next 5 minutes, what are you going to do in the next 5 minutes towards your goal? What can you do in the next 5 minutes, right? Don't think about the whole journey. Think about the next step. Don't plan the entire strategy. Take the first action. Don't wait for all the answers. Start with the first question. Close your eyes for a second. Close your eyes for a second. I need you guys to, while I drink some coffee, I need you guys to close your eyes for a second. And I want you to imagine this, right? I want you to imagine it. We're still on the fired up train, but we're at the last stop. I want you to imagine seeing yourself 1 year from today. 1 year from today. You've been applying the 6 pillars of success consistently. You've been riding the fired up train daily. You've been living the go time lifestyle. What does that look like to you? How do you feel? What have you accomplished? What have you become? How many people have you impacted, right? The future version of yourself is calling to you right now. The future version of yourself is calling to you right now. Pick up the call. And they're saying this: stop waiting, stop planning, stop preparing, stop preparing, start becoming. Start becoming. The fired up train doesn't run on schedules. It runs on decisions. Every time you choose action over waiting, you're adding fuel to the train. Every time you choose now over someday, you're increasing the speed. Smarts. Your next 5 minutes of intelligent action are worth more than 5 hours of intelligent thinking. Final bosses, your next 5 minutes of decisive leadership are worth more than 5 days of strategic planning. My motivators, your next 5 minutes of authentic sharing are worth more than 5 weeks of perfect preparation. And to my warriors, your next 5 minutes of courageous action are worth more than 5 minutes of tactical training. The future is not a destination you reach. It's a reality you create. The future isn't something that happens to you. It's something you make happen. The future isn't coming. It's here. And it belongs to those who act now, right now, while you're listening to this. Someone is starting their dream of business. Somebody right now is starting their dream business. I kid you not. Somebody right now is starting their dream business. Someone is making their first call for a multi-million-dollar sale. Their first call. Someone is having a difficult conversation. Someone is taking their first step toward their first goal or to their goal. Why not you? Why not now? Why not? It's go time. It's go time. The fired up train is approaching critical speed. We're entering the zone where obstacles become invisible, where challenges become opportunities, where plateaus become launching pads. Next stop, we're learning how to turn flat ground into takeoff runways, how to use plateaus as preparation for breakthrough, how to maintain go time energy when progress feels invisible. The future isn't a destination, it's a decision. And that decision is made right now. The fired up train runs on go time energy and it's unlimited. Maximum velocity achieved. Next stop, Plateau Power Station, baby. Plateau Power Station. All right. And you know what? Man, I might have to create a series on this because, whew, we're 9 minutes over our time. Hey, Phoenix, where you at, buddy? If he comes back, I'll add him, see if he got something else for us. Right. listen, I'm not finished. So, oh, okay, he's back. Hey man, what you got before we close out? And you know what? This is going to be I'm gonna have to add another part to this series, man. So I might do that this Thursday. If I have any cancellation with my special guests on special guest Thursday, I might continue this this series. But what you got for us?
Can you hear me all right?
I hear you perfectly fine. Yes, sir.
Life will test you, no matter who you are or where you come from. There will be days when everything feels heavy, when obstacles seem too big to climb, and when doubt whispers that you aren't enough. But those moments are not there to break you, they're there to shape you. Every challenge is a chance to rise, every setback a hidden lesson, and every failure a step closer to the strength you're meant to discover. The truth is, greatness doesn't come from comfort zones, it comes from persistence, from standing back up and after being knocked down, from believing in yourself when nobody else does. Success is built one decision at a time. The decision to keep going, to work harder, to give your all, even when you feel like you're quitting. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to refuse to give up. So stand tall, take a breath, and remind yourself why you started. Your future self is waiting for the effort you put in today. Push through the doubt, push past the fear, and keep moving forward. Because the life you dream about is already possible. All it takes is your courage, your discipline, and your belief that you are stronger than anything standing in your way. And then I have a part two.
All right.
Is that all right? Do you have enough time for
Yeah.
that?
No, we got time. Yeah, give us the part two, buddy.
All right. This is your moment. Not tomorrow, not Sunday, today. Every second you hesitate is a second wasted, and life doesn't wait for the hesitant. You've got fire inside you, and it's time to unleash it. Stand up, face the obstacles in front of you, and crush them one by one. You weren't made to be average, you were made to be unstoppable. The path won't be easy, but nothing great ever is. Sweat, sacrifice, and struggle are the price you pay for greatness, and you're capable of paying it. Every no you've heard, every doubt you've felt, every failure you've faced, use it. Let it fuel you. Champions aren't born. They're made in moments like this, when the weak quit and the strong keep fighting. So dig deep, push harder, go further than you ever thought you could, because the person you're becoming is worth every ounce of effort you give. Don't hold back. Don't slow down. This is your time, and nothing will stop you.
Man, thank you, Phoenix, for that, man. I appreciate you for adding more value to the community with those sentiments, man, that reinforce the message that we're pushing. Thank you so much, man. You're part of the Smarts community. You're one of the final bosses. You're one of the motivators. You're one of the warriors, and we appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming on and making that delivery and that message, man, that's reinforcing exactly what we're talking about. Thank you. And I see you again, man. Glad to have you on.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
All right. See you. Give it up to Phoenix, man. Give it up to Phoenix. And look, that's our show for tonight. That's our show for tonight. But here's the thing. Like I was saying, this is going to be a series. And whether I pick it back up on Thursday, if something happens with my special guest on Special Guest Thursday, then I'll pick it up there. And this will be like the third part of the series. Or on Sunday, we're sitting down Sundays with the final boss. Yeah, man, nice meeting you as well. Salute to you, brother. Sitting down Sundays with the final boss, I'll continue it then. Until next time. Thank you. No matter where you are, wherever you are. And you see, he's coming from across the world, on the other side of the world, man. Delivering a message. This is how the community builds and grows, right? This is how it happens. That's a testament to what's happening. To everyone, thank you for joining us, no matter where you are. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. This has been the Final Boss Podcast. I hope I will see you again this Thursday for Special Guest Thursday. And as you always know, there's a heavy pain that comes with discipline. But the pain of regret is even heavier. It's even heavier. Remember, I am always here. I am here. And I want you to make sure that you are balanced. Be balanced. Be equal. And be smart. And that's our show for tonight. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. And I will see you again this Thursday at 9 p.m. Have an amazing rest of your week. And thank you.